What if I told you that everything you've been taught about weight loss isn't completely wrong, but it's incomplete, dangerously incomplete? You've been told eat less, move more, count your calories, stay disciplined, and yet you lose some weight, then it stalls, then it comes back, and then you start all over again. That's not because you're undisciplined. It's because you've been playing the wrong game. Today, I'm gonna give you the core principles so that you put this aside once and for all, so that you eliminate the confusion and finally help you lose unwanted weight and decrease body fat percentages like never before. More importantly, I'm gonna show you a process that works for you, not against you. You see, I've been in the health space now for 25 years, 2 decades plus. Crazy. It's mind-boggling to even think that I've been around for so long doing the same thing. And so, as you can imagine, I've seen it all. I've heard it all. I've worked with thousands of people all over the world, people from all cultures, backgrounds, and situations. Some had 100 pounds to lose, others the typical 15, 25 quick pounds before the summer. But more importantly, 8 out of 10 people that came through our programs kept it off. And what I'm about to share with you is not theory, okay? We've been doing this for a really long time. It's not trendy, it's not hype. It's actually what truly works when everything else falls apart. Because here's the truth, when you keep chasing fat loss the wrong way, you won't just stay stuck, you'll make it worse, right? Things don't get better, they get worse. You'll slow down your metabolism, you'll increase your cravings, you'll become more dependent on willpower and white knuckling your way through these things. And eventually you'll burn out, right? You'll just get tired of doing the same thing over and over and not seeing the outcome that you want. So this isn't just about losing weight. This is about reclaiming control over your mind, your body, and your spirit, your spiritual life. That's right. Here's what most people don't understand, don't realize about weight loss. And so my point number 1 here that I want to make is it's not about calories. It's about hormones, right? Losing weight is a metabolic shift. Let me save you years of frustration. Maybe you're already there, but hey, if you watch this, you stay with me. I promise on the other side, you're going to have some clarity, okay? Calories matter, but they're not the most important thing. What matters more is what those calories do to your body. You see, your hormones, your inflammation, your metabolism, all these things are interacting because 800 calories isn't just 800 calories. 800 calories from ultra processed food are radically different than 800 calories from whole foods. Those are 2 completely different types of calories, different types of experiences. Inside of your body, processed food spikes your blood sugar, it spikes insulin, it creates energy crashes, trigger cravings. It keeps you in fat storage mode. Whole foods, on the other hand, stabilize your blood sugar, control your insulin. It gives you steady energy. It keeps you satiated throughout the day, and it allows your body to actually burn fat. You see, some calories are completely different in outcome, okay? That's why people get stuck. They focus on eating less instead of eating the right kinds of food. And here's the shift that changes everything for you, okay? You don't lose weight to get healthy. You get healthy and weight loss becomes the byproduct, okay? Most people get this the other way around. We get healthy first and then we lose weight. We heal our metabolism, and then as a byproduct of healing that metabolism, you actually start to lose unwanted weight and decrease body fat percentages. Here's what's even crazier, and this is my point number 2. This is probably one of the things that I get the most resistance on, and yet one of the most powerful ones. Walking is the most underrated fat loss tool known to mankind. You say, JT, more than running, sprinting, biking, throwing weights around? 100%. It's that easy, and it's that sort of stealth and underrated. Everyone wants the intense workout, the sweat, the grind, the exhaustion. But the truth is, walking might be the most powerful fat loss tool you're ignoring. Let me explain. Every time you eat, your body converts food into glucose. Your blood sugar rises, and your body releases insulin to bring it down. The higher the spike, the more insulin, the longer you stay in fat storage mode. And here's the hack. When you walk after a meal, even if it's just 10 to 20 minutes, you blunt that spike, okay? Some studies show sometimes up to 30 to 40% reduction in that insulin spike. That means less insulin, okay? Faster fat burning, better metabolic health. And it doesn't stop there. When you walk consistently around 10,000 steps per day, you improve insulin sensitivity, you activate muscle fibers, you turn your body into a fat burning machine. No burnout. Okay, this is the cool thing. You're not getting burned out because you're actually seeing results for the very first time like never before. No extremes, just consistency. I left you a gift in the description box down below. It's a walking heart rate calculator, and it'll give you the perfect heart rate to be that you need to be in order to burn fat efficiently while you walk. So don't forget to grab it for free. It's in the description box down below. Here's another killer insight that most people don't think about. You can thank me later for this one, okay? Number 3, you burn fat while you sleep. I know a lot of people love this one. They're like, oh, you mean I can actually sleep and bring my goals to fruition, my physical goals to fruition? Yes, this is the most underrated thing people do, is that they forget about sleep. They do all the other things sometimes, and then they always forget to rest. Rest is so important, okay? You burn fat while you sleep, not while you suffer at the gym or under the sun doing that crazy cardio that you do at 12 o'clock in Florida when it's blazing hot and you think you're actually getting something out of it. This is one that shocks people because it sounds too simple, but it's powerful. You don't burn fat primarily in the gym. You burn fat while you sleep. Your fat burning hormones are activated during sleep, not shallow sleep, not broken sleep, deep restorative sleep. Here's a quick story that illustrates exactly what I'm talking about here. I had a client, severely overweight, okay? They were in a high obesity range, pretty much trying to do everything right, okay? Waking up early, sacrificing sleep, grinding at the gym, getting no results. So I told him something radically different. And I said, stop waking up so early to train. He kind of looked at me and said, are you crazy? What are you talking about? Here I am disciplining myself, working hard, and you're telling me to stop doing what I'm doing? I said, stop waking up early to train. Sleep more. That is it. Within a month, guys, okay? Hear me out. He lost 30 pounds. Within a few months, he had lost 90 pounds. Okay, his sleep apnea machine got thrown in the garbage. Okay, he didn't even want to give it away or anything. He's just like, I'm throwing this thing away. It transformed his life. Why? Because we fixed the foundation. If you're sleeping 4 to 5 hours, you're fighting an uphill battle against cortisol. Cortisol is a stress response hormone, and it's not favorable to weight loss when you're secreting too much cortisol. So we aim for quality sleep, deep sleep. We create the environment, right? We cool down the room. Ideally, I like to bring the thermostat to about 67, 70 degrees. I know for a lot of people that's super cold, but that's going to help, right? That's going to help with sleep. So you cool the room down, you darken the space, make your space as dark as possible where no light is coming in, okay? No distractions, because your body heals, repairs, and burns fat when you rest correctly, okay? Take a warm shower right before going to bed, okay? And then drop the air conditioning. Make sure, you make it nice and dark in there. And you're going to see radical changes. Stay in bed longer if you can. Try to go to bed early. Okay. This is the thing that most people struggle with. And so I know it sounds like a super simple tool, but I'm telling you right now, with this particular client, it literally transformed his life. What's even more ironic, and this is my point number 4, your environment will try to pull you back. Okay. Let's get real here, because this isn't just physical. This is social. When you start changing, right? When you start actually wanting to do things for yourself, you want to lose weight, you want to bring your goals to fruition, right? You start to change. People around you will notice. And not everyone will like that. Not because they hate you, not because they're bad people, but because your change exposes their lack of change and it brings conviction to their life. It's like the crab in the bucket, right? One tries to climb up and the other pulls it right back down. This happens in real life. You've changed. You're right. And people start, you don't need to lose weight anymore. You've changed too much. You're too strict. Just live a little. If you're not prepared for these types of comments, you're going to fall right back into old patterns. Okay. That's why community matters. I always talk about people, places, and things, and being very vigilant over those 3 particular things. In particular, community, right? Community matters. Accountability matters. You need people who are going in the same direction as you are, not draining you, but charging you, because isolation kills consistency, but community fuels transformation. When you have people that are trying to do the same thing you're doing, it becomes motivating. It becomes exciting. You're accountable to those people, right? You're pushing each other. It is an amazing way to bring your goals to fruition. The final point I want to make here, and I like to sort of give it an umbrella title, the simplicity that creates results. Here's what I want you to understand. This is not complicated. We make it complicated. But the truth, fat loss becomes simple when you focus on the right levers. Eat real food, walk daily, sleep deeply, right? Make sure you're getting that good rest. Guard your environment, people, places, things. That's it. No obsession, no burnout, no extremes. And when you do this consistently, you don't just lose weight. You become someone who can keep it off forever. This becomes a lifestyle. If this hits you, if this has challenged you and it's opened your eyes, don't just sit there. Apply one thing today. Go for a walk after your next meal. Go to bed early tonight. Clean up your next plate, because information without application is useless. If you don't use it, you lose it, right? If you know someone who is stuck in that cycle, maybe as I was speaking here, that picture came to mind and you thought about that person, send them this, okay? Or if it's you, grab the link in the description box below and let's jump on a free strategy call, because this could radically change your life for the positive. And please listen, you don't have to stay stuck. Your body was designed to heal. You were created with purpose, and you are capable of more than you actually think. If you have fallen into this trap of learned helplessness, meaning you feel like you've done it all, you feel like you've tried everything and nothing has worked, that is called learned helplessness. Can I just say that all we have to do is change the story? If you change that story, that chip in your mind, you start activating these things, you start seeing the results, you start seeing momentum, all of a sudden that chip changes and you just get a little tiny sliver of hope. And that's all you need to truly transform. And please listen, you don't have to stay stuck. Your body was designed to heal. You were created with purpose. You're made in the image of God. You are more than capable of doing this, more than you think. And so, thank you so much for watching. I hope you put these things into action. And if you do, I know you're going to get amazing, amazing results. If you enjoyed this video, you're going to love this video right here. Check it out. May the Lord bless you and keep you. I'll talk to you guys soon. Ciao, ciao.